Most of us were raised with this one-size-fits-all financial script. You know the one: go to school, get a good job, and then spend the next 40 years climbing that corporate ladder. We're told to call this security, but for so many people, it actually becomes what I call the salary trap. Now, the salary trap is this tricky phenomenon where your lifestyle just naturally expands to match your paycheck. It keeps you tethered to a desk because, honestly, you just can't afford to walk away anymore. The real problem is that you aren't building an actual asset. You're just trading your most finite, precious resource, your time, for a fixed amount of money every 2 weeks. In any salary-based role, your income is always going to be capped, whether it's by the hours in a day or just by your boss's quarterly budget. The truth is, security is a bit of a myth when your entire livelihood depends on a single source of income that you don't even control. You end up feeling like you're running faster and faster just to stay in the exact same place. It's time to stop looking at the paycheck and start looking at the bigger picture. So let's say you decide to leave. You've got a real skill. Maybe you're a world-class baker, a talented coder, or a brilliant accountant, and you think to yourself, you know what? I'll just do this for myself. I'll be my own boss. But this is exactly where so many people trip up before they even get started. In the book, The E-Myth Revisited, this is called the fatal assumption. It's the mistaken belief that because you understand the technical work of a business, you somehow automatically understand how to run a business that does that technical work. Think about it. If you're a baker and you open a bakery, you haven't actually built a business. You've just created a new job for yourself. And the worst part? Now you have the most demanding, relentless boss in the entire world, yourself. Suddenly, that freedom you were looking for disappears because the work starts consuming every single waking hour of your life. You've accidentally become a slave to the very craft that you used to love. Instead of you owning the business starts owning you. To survive that, you have to stop thinking like a worker and start thinking like a builder. To really succeed, you have to learn to balance 3 different personalities that live inside you: the technician, the manager, and the entrepreneur. The technician is the one who loves getting their hands dirty and doing the work. They live strictly in the present moment. The manager is the one who craves order. They're the ones building systems and looking at the past to fix what went wrong. Then you have the entrepreneur. That's the visionary. They're looking way out into the future and asking, how can I make this business work so it eventually doesn't need me at all? Most owners are in a constant state of internal war because these 3 roles are always fighting for control. Most small business owners get stuck in that technician phase. They spend all their time working in the business instead of working on it. But if you only ever play the technician, you've really just traded one boss for a different one. Without the manager, you can't grow or scale. And without the entrepreneur, your business has no real direction. Success only happens when you let all 3 work together in harmony, with each one giving the business what it needs to breathe and grow. It's finally time to stop being the engine that moves the car and start being the architect who designed the car in the first place. The real secret to escaping the salary trap isn't just starting a company, it's building a business format franchise model. Even if you never plan to open a second location, you have to build your business as if you were going to create 5,000 more exactly like it. This is what we call the turnkey revolution. It means you have to document every single process you do. You do this so that eventually someone else can perform that task to your high standards without you even being in the room. Your ultimate goal is to build a system that provides consistent results for your customers and, more importantly, provides freedom for you. See, when the system is the solution, the business can grow as big as you want it to. This is the exact moment where you finally stop trading your limited hours for a few dollars. You are no longer the engine. You are the architect of the machine that runs itself. That system is the key that finally unlocks the door to true, long-term independence. Leaving your 9-to-5 is about so much more than just a career change. It is a massive shift in your mindset. It's about moving from being a technician who works for a paycheck to being an entrepreneur who builds a lasting asset. You want to build an asset that works for you while you're sleeping, while you're traveling, and while you're actually outliving your life. So stop working for the system and start building one of your own, because at the end of the day, the only way to truly escape the trap is to own the cage. Thanks for sticking with me and listening. Now go out there and start building. And hey, subscribe to the channel if you want to dive deeper into building a business and mastering the psychology of money.